Hey, before all, I want to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel and are pressing likes and commenting on my videos. I am really happy about this, it makes my heart beat faster, and I promise to you to deliver even more quality videos in the future. Now I want to address one comment on one of my videos. Now one person under my YouTube video had pointed out that the railroad that I was talking about is unusable because of the destroyed bridge. I will show you a photo right now. And you can see the destroyed bridge. You can read the article. It's true. You got your facts right. The only problem is it wasn't the bridge I was talking about. Or the railroad for that matter. I was actually talking about something entirely different. I was talking about this railroad right here. Right here. As you can see, it goes through this little city, I would say, and goes straight into depots right here. So very important road once again. And we can follow the railroad, right? And see, it doesn't even touch the front line. It doesn't even touch the front line. There is also a bridge too that leads to a city. It's right here. But it seems like not the one destroyed. Again, here's the photo. We can see a sunken one at the back, and I'm pretty sure that this is the bridge we're seeing, because the article said that they've destroyed this bridge to create a barrier, and it would make sense because Russians are attacking this way along this road, and the collapsed bridges make natural cover, wouldn't allow Russian tanks to pass through. So the person who pointed out got the facts right. Maybe I wasn't clear when I said what I mean, and I'm sorry for that, and I repeat myself once again. I'm talking about this railroad that is seemingly intact. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Point that out in the comment section. For a few days now, Russia was bombarding the city of Kramatorsk. Russian shelling across Ukraine over the previous 24 hours killed at least 8 civilians and wounded 29 others. From what I know, Russian artillery was trying to hit industrial areas of the city of Kramatorsk, but as we can see, they failed miserably. My thoughts and prayers are with Ukrainian people. I also want to cover some of the good news about F-16s. Like I pointed out in my previous videos, Ukraine needs a big amount of both planes and tanks, because air superiority is important not only in defense but in offense. Now we can see that Polish Prime Minister says he's open to send fighter jets to Ukraine if decided by NATO partners together. Now this gives me hope that these beautiful and combat effective planes will one day protect peaceful Ukrainian skies. There is another subject that I want to shortly touch. You might have heard rumors of new Russian offensive, and I've checked some information, and it might as well be true because Russians do mass troops somewhere, and I want to talk and guess with you where that attack can come from. My first guess: Bakhmut, towards Kramatorsk. Why? Well, it would make sense. First of all, the continuous bombardment of Kramatorsk. Maybe there's going to be an assault towards this city and Russians are forcing people to leave. Or maybe they've spotted some AA and other type of heavy machinery that they are trying to destroy. The way I think that assault would work is again towards Chasiv Yar, maybe towards the city itself or along a small river. And from Blagodatne, maybe here and towards Kramatorsk. Again, this direction of attack make a lot of sense. First of all, city of Bakhmut. Big city, right? Then Kramatorsk. Then Slavyansk. 3 big cities. Capture of those 3 cities can mean a lot for Russian morale, and the morale is all they want because Russians are demoralized extremely, especially Russians living in Russia. They've been lied to, and they were expecting this war to be ended fairly quickly, and now this war drags on for almost a year, and it's inflicting suffrage on Russian people. They are getting tired, and those victories can help Russian government to convince Russians that this war can still be won. Another possible direction of Russian attack could be towards Kharkiv. Why is that? Well, because ever since Russia left Kharkiv region, Ukrainians were able to constantly bombard Belgorod region, destroying air bases, destroying army bases, and other supply depots. Now, because of those bombardments, there is a refugee crisis in Belgorod. A lot of people are fleeing the city and its surrounding villages. By attacking this way towards Kharkiv, and if Russia were to capture it, Russia would make another big victory, which can boost its morale, and Russia can push the front line as far back so the Ukrainians cannot bombard Belgorod region anymore. Now, the least possible vector of the new Russian attack is from Belarus towards Kiev, this time with Belarusian army. Now, why I think that way is because I heard rumors for about a month now that Russia is training and drilling with Belarusians on the Belarusian border. The other reason why I think it could be possible is because Russians are insanely obsessed with numbers and dates. As we all know, we are very close to 1-year anniversary of this terrible war, and Russia needs victories. A year passes and Russia is controlling less territory than they controlled in the first months of the war. This is ridiculous. Russian people are growing tired and they need those victories. I believe that if Russia and Belarus is to attack towards Kiev in the attempt to finish the war quick, will once again fail. And that attack, if it were to happen, any attack for that matter, on any front, it would convince European nations and America to send more equipment, more tanks, more planes. And if Russia were to fail, which I think it will, that would boost Ukrainian morale and spark new waves of sending money and supplies to Ukraine. There's another thing that is even less likely, but it's what actual Russian military bloggers that actually fought in a war like Girkin Strelkov has said. An attack from Belarus towards Lviv. Because any potential tanks or planes will come from Lviv, will come from Europe. And if Russia to cut off these regions, if Russia were to attack and maybe capture any of the cities, it would endanger supplies and maybe it would stop supplies altogether. This is unlikely, and I hope that won't happen. And if it will happen, I am sure Russia will fail. And if Russia were to attack towards Lviv, it would endanger Poland. This can get really, really dangerous. I don't think Russia wants to get any close to Poland. So that is my opinion. If you agree with me, if you like what I do, please press that like button, subscribe, push that notification bell. If you don't like what I say, if you don't agree with me, dislike, comment why you dislike my channel. If it's objective and constructive, I will do better. Anyway, this is it for today, and remember, Russia will be free.